What's up, y'all? Man, was that awesome or what? I think, man, I don't know where to begin, but let me start where I'll begin. That was an awesome card. I mean, it was a great experience. I mean, a lot of people, they were talking on the net or something about how it wasn't as good as this card, it wasn't as good as that card. They, make the comparison. I don't know me. As I told you all before, man, I'm relatively new to mixed martial arts. I've only been watching it for like a little over a year. I think I started watching like right after, like the day after Rampage beat Chuck. Before that was just sporadically. I really wasn't in on that stuff. I didn't see Tito cry in the Octagon live. I didn't see Randy Couture knock Tim Sylvia across the ring. I didn't see I didn't see Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira overcome Bob Sapp. I didn't see all these great moments in MMA live. I've only seen them like in on DVDs or on YouTube videos. Knowing my perceptions were already poisoned by knowing what already happened. That's what made this card so special for me, is that this is a piece of MMA history, or at least in my mind. Just some great moments that I genuinely experienced, and that was a great night for me. And it's always good when your boy comes through. My boy Rampage came through one more time. I gotta say, I never had a doubt, but I never doubted that he was gonna win. I was, of course, a little nervous or something just going on to the fight, just how big this was. But man, I think Rampage, reminded everybody why he was the number one light heavyweight champion in the world, why he was the undisputed champion, and just what kind of an awesome fighter he is. I mean, as a fan, I couldn't have asked for anything more. I'm sure Rampage couldn't have asked for anything more. To answer, all the critics, to face down his demons of the past. Even when he was undisputed champion, I mean, he was still hounded by. He never beat Vanderlei. You keep constantly seeing replays of him dangling between the ropes. Well, that has been he may have dangled between the ropes. He may have hung out to dry, but man, he turned the axe murderer into a chalk outline. I mean, and no disrespect to Vanderlei. Vanderlei Silva is an awesome fighter. He's an awesome human being, in my opinion. Great fighter. These two guys are great warriors. The only bad thing is somebody had to lose. And I thought it was, both guys, they trained hard. They were intense. They were ready for it. But as I predicted, Rampage is just, he stepped up his game. He stepped up his striking. You know, he's exponentially better than he was in Pride. And Vanderlei Silva is, he hasn't really evolved that much. Even with this training at Extreme Couture, I can see through his fighting style, he's doing the same thing he's always done. I mean, I think he's probably in better shape or something, but he's still throwing those punches, and you could just see Rampage or something like almost 3.5 minutes into the first round. Vanderlei Silva came with those flying wrecking balls, those same wild winging shots. I mean, and Rampage just had the perfect technique for it. I mean, he just turned his head, boom, blocked Vanderlei's left, turned again, to block the right, turned into this, turned again to block another one, and as he did, torqued his body with the left hook that landed solidly on his chin, and is almost not as bad as the Rashad Chuck one, but bam! I mean, it just, as soon as I saw Vanderlei Silva hit the ground, as soon as I saw the way his arms just slapped the mat, I knew it was over, and I was already celebrating. I think I woke up the kids, but that was definitely the best moment in my MMA watching life. One of the best moments I've ever enjoyed in sports, and it was just that was a pleasure to see that as a fan. I mean, congratulations to Rampage for overcoming, all the things that are going against him, for putting the focus and dedication into his training, coming out there with intensity and control and technique, and and avenging your losses, man. That is a great victory for Rampage, and in order for him to really become on the level, the pound for pound level that people talk about, Anderson Silva, GSP, Fedor, stuff like that, he needs to come out there and do that every time. He has a tendency to, to think it's easy. But if he continues fighting like that, man, he'll be one of the best in the world. Believe you me. Man, moving right along, you got another shocker. Frank Mir versus Antonio Rodrigo Minotauro Nogueira. I was with Minotauro on this all the way. I thought he was going to win, and some people said dominate. Wasn't sure, but one thing's for sure, he got smoked. I mean, that was just basically a pistol whipping. I mean, no mercy shown by Mir. He came out there, he was bouncing he was feeling his striking, and he was just nailing Nogueira. I don't know what to say. I mean, Nogueira had no answer. I mean, he was just flat-footed, just completely, I haven't seen too much of Nogueira. I know he can take a lot of punishment. That was his tag, but, man, he was just... Some people will complain that the stoppage was early, but no. I mean, taking punches like that is just not cool, especially getting dropped 3 times. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. I'm not sure, what his diehard fans had to say. I think my boy Pedro was talking about he couldn't believe what he was seeing. Nogueira, he has nothing really to prove as a heavyweight fighter, and I think he's just taken one too many shots. As no matter how good your chin is, you can't eat punches. It's not good to eat punches. And I think if Nogueira continues, win or lose, that's all he's going to do. He's going to eat punches, whether he wins or loses, and it's just more jeopardizing his health than anything at this point in his MMA career. And I don't want to doubt the guy. I'm not, grown up, but I think it's a great time for him to retire. He's 32. He looks like he's 42, and he moved like he was 52 the last, Saturday. I mean, I'm not saying he can't come back. He's an incredible warrior, but he is. It's right now at this time in his life. I think he's pretty well off or something. He could be an awesome coach. I'm not trying to write the guy's obituary, but I think it may be time for him to go. And what else we got? Forrest Griffin and Rashad. Just like I said, Rashad has more physical tools and more danger than Forrest. I mean, Forrest hit him with some good shots, but Forrest just doesn't have the power to knock people out. I mean, if that was someone else hitting Rashad, it probably would have knocked Rashad out. But Forrest Griffin, I mean, he works hard, but if you don't have the talent, I mean, sometimes if the more talented guy matches your work ethic, or gets a good game plan and just knows how to do what he does, then Rashad was just a bad matchup for him. I saw it coming a mile away, and Forrest Griffin, I mean, he deserves a lot of credit. He is a great champion. No one can take that away from him. If he has a 10% chance of beating you, he has a 100% chance of making that 10% happen. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for him tonight. Congratulations to Rashad. I mean, doing what it takes to be champion. I mean, taking advantage of your opportunities, and and proving that you are a champion. Good luck to him. Good luck to him. I know I think he can raise that level and be a great champion in UFC. Hopefully, he may take on Rampage next. I can't wait to see that. See now, UFC 100, black on black crime. Can't wait. But moving on, and about the stoppage itself, I don't think I talked about this before, but I think Steve Mazzagatti, I hate him. I cannot stand watching him ref. I mean, I don't think much of refs because they're not fighters or anything like that. I don't think much of that. But damn, if he just does not, every time I see him ref a fight, he never stops it. I mean, until like someone's half dead. I don't know that is a rant for another day, but I would just say that UFC 92, good times were had by all. It was an awesome night, awesome card, and hopefully I'll catch y'all next time. I'll be back.